Hello everyone. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. So today's set is inspired by the fact that I dyed my hair. And I dyed my hair red, orange, and yellow. So I was on Pinterest and I was just looking through like some red hair colors. I saw this combination ombre chunky highlights type deal, and I knew that's what I need in my life. And so I did it. And so now I'm obsessed, and we're gonna do a nail set based off of my obsession. And I painted my own nails the same colors just because. So here's what the set is. Now, I recorded a video completing these 3 nails already, but the video was interrupted and I decided I'll just redo these designs. So if you would like to see how this turns out, continue watching. All right, so I have my nails already buffed and on their magnet stands. I'm just gonna move these all out of the way so I can start on these. So what's getting ready to happen now, I'm gonna paint 2 of the nails just all over. So one of them will be the red, which is 330 from Beetles gel polish. And the other one will be yellow, which is 337, also from Beetles gel polish. So I have this habit of always wanting something new done with my hair. And so if it's not color, I'm cutting it off. Like that's pretty much how things have gone with me for a while now. And so I needed to change, needed something new, and I decided to color it instead of cutting it off. And when I was looking for colors, I realized like I'm always in the blue, or not the blue, sorry, in the red categories. I mean, I like the way red looks. It's just what it is. So I decided, okay, let's just see what else we can do with red rather than it be, you know, the usual bright red or burgundy red or anything like that, you know, like the usuals. So of course you go on Pinterest, because Pinterest is where you go to get ideas. And so that's where I went. And I saw this, I think what people call it, like a fire theme, right? Because of the colors. And I loved it. I was just like, this is so pretty. And I know right now we're going into fall, so these colors aren't season friendly because my hair is really bright. Whereas, you know, usually in the autumn seasons, you do get your hair dyed in those deeper, richer colors. But I decided to be completely different and, you know, get what I wanted. And at first I was a little hesitant on doing it simply because of the fact that you never really know how colors are gonna look on you, right? So like I can see what the colors look like on the women in Pinterest, but that has nothing to do with what the color would look like on me. So I was a little terrified to use colors so bright and vibrant, because I really didn't know how they would look on my skin complexion. But when we did it, when it was done and I got to see the finished and final product, I was just like, you know what? This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that I went through with this. So now I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed with my hair color. And so what happened was last night, I just was like, you know what? I want to do a nail design. And I was really thinking like, what colors should I use? Because I just got, I just purchased some new colors from Beetles gel polish. So I was like, oh, maybe I could use some of those. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use the colors of my hair because it's so pretty. And so that's what we have going on today. So these two have 2 coats. And then this one is going to be an ombre nail. So with the yellow one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this yellow glitter pieces, right? So I have some chunky pieces and some lighter pieces. I'm just going to put this in like a swirl shape down the nail with, what did I do? Okay, so with this and my, where are you? My base coat. And that's what we're gonna do with that one. And then with our red one, I have some very pretty little, little red jewels that I'm gonna put on there. So these nails aren't anything, anything too difficult. Very simple. Like I said, I was really just wanting to show off the colors and have them match my hair. Like that's what this is all about. It's all about my hair right now. And you know what's really exciting is when you do something and you're not really sure how other people will see it, even if it is something you wanted to do, right? So it's something you wanted to do, you're all in, but you're still just like, you know, what are other people gonna say when they see it? So I still had that fear, right? Because I loved it. But it's like, oh my gosh, when I go out in public, what's gonna happen? What are people gonna say? And I'm getting like some of the greatest feedback on it, which of course boosts your ego a little bit, right? When you have people who you don't know, just like, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty. I went to the post office the other day, and there were these girls and their mom, and they weren't little girls. I would say like preteen maybe, and maybe teenage. And the little girl just kept talking to her mom about coloring her hair. And they just kept looking at me, and she's just like, oh, well, what if I just color the ends? And her mom's like, no, you're not coloring your hair. I thought that was hilarious. And then, you know, you do get stopped and people are like, oh, it's so pretty. And, you know, that's good for anybody's self-esteem, you know? Yeah, it's esteem of yourself, but still, it's nice to have people acknowledge something that you've done, and, you know, you feel like, okay, I did it right. I did exactly what I wanted to do, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad thing. That's what that nail looks like. My mother, however, she does not like it. She likes the colors, but she does not like the, I'm actually going to put another coat of red on this one. It's still a little too sheer for me. I kind of want it to just be a little bit deeper. She likes the colors, but she just feels like, it's Halloween-esque. And I was just like, okay, I'm done talking to you now. And I mean, to each its own. Of course, it's just one of those things. It's gonna happen. You get a color or anything like that you like, you always run the risk of having other people not like it, and that's fine. So all I'm gonna do with this nail now is put on a glossy top coat. The top coat is from, I need to move this guy. I got one that did not cure. But the top coat is also from Beetles gel polish. So we're just gonna do that like that, okay? Over here, just in case I forgot that part. And we're gonna cure that. So we have our red coming out now, and we are going to find what I need. Okay, here we go. So these are the little jewels. Like I said, they're super tiny. So what I did purchase the other day was some of the jewel gel stuff, you know, it's like thicker. So that way when you put on your bigger jewels, they have something to sink in. It leaves the edges of them sealed in something, so it's not like that bumpy ledge that can catch on stuff. Because this is so small, I could just put this on with like a base coat and cure it and it would be fine. But because I did purchase this, I'm gonna use it. So I have a little a little dotting tool. I'm gonna just go in there and grab some out. And we're just gonna do like 4 of them on this corner, and then do 4, oops, that's a lot, do 4 on this corner, and that's just gonna eat those jewels right up because that was a lot. So back to the color of my hair because it's gorgeous. It was really interesting when I was getting it done because my hairstylist, she was scared for the bleaching process because of course if you're gonna put some neon colors on something, you're gonna have to, you know, your bleaching process is going to be pretty crazy to get it to the level it needs to be at for it to actually show. So for her, that was the scariest part. She was just like, oh my gosh, you know the level I have to get your hair to. And you know, I was like, I completely understand and I take the risk. If my hair decides that today is the day it is gonna fall out of my head, then I take that risk. I put that on me. I will not in any way, shape, or form blame you if my hair decides it wants to just quit on me. So that's what we did. I mean, I don't know how the lightening levels work when you're bleaching hair. So I couldn't even tell you what I needed to be lifted to. But it was pretty light. I would say, almost white in some areas. And then because I had bleached it previously and I had red on it previously, there were some bits of it that I did not wash my own hair. Once she washed the bleach out, there was, this one is not cooperating with me. There were some pink bits left over. And so she was just like, oh, that's pink. And I think that, you know, was just like, oh, that's pink. And I was like, it's pretty though. Like, I like the little pink bits. I'm not a fan of pink in any way, shape, or form. It's just not my color. But it was really pretty though. I did like the pink that was left. So once you put your jewels where you need them to be, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take the tip of the brush. We're gonna go around wherever the glue is or the gel is, just to blend it out so it's not just a huge heap of gel. Just blend it out. All right, and then we're gonna cure that. So here is my yellow nail, and it has a bit of, you know, the iridescence going through it, which I think is why I like it so much. And what just happened there? I think I had too much on it and it did not cure properly. Okay, well, that has never happened before. So I don't really know what to do with that. And see how I just apply more. I think it's too much on there. And I'd apply more. All right, well, luckily I have already completed a set of nails. So, it's okay. We see that there's a mistake and we will learn from that mistake. So while those two are curing, I want to show how I did the ombre. So this ombre nail, of course, it's red, orange, yellow. And when I did this one, I did yellow or orange, red, yellow. And that's what I'm going to do again. So I just want to show you really quick. So basically what happens is I put, I mess up my brush apparently. I put just a small amount of the gel and apply it to where I need it to go. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it down further than where I want it to go, right? And for me, this helps me with ombres because I am learning, okay? Let's just put it that way. We're going to say I am learning with this ombre business. So what I'll do next is I'll take my orange and I'm going to remove as much of that as possible and start the opposite way. So I'm going to turn the nail upside down, put some of that on there. Now this orange is very pigmented, as you can tell, you know, so just be careful when you're putting something super pigmented on something translucent that you allow your translucent one to still stand. So what I do is I actually put it over the red. So I will take this brush, spread it over the red a little bit. And since they're both still not cured, they'll kind of mush together in themselves. And then once you've done that though, you need to make sure you clean off your brush before you put it back in your bottle. And so I'm gonna do the same exact thing with my yellow. Make this one matte, and what I'm gonna do is be sure that when I'm going near the jewels themselves, I do not touch them with the matte because you don't want them to lose their shine, and that will happen if you go over them with the matte. It will even happen if you go over with the gloss. That's what the professionals tell me. So you gotta listen to the professionals. So when I'm going up, I'm just like bumping the brush up against it and then I'm done. Okay. So there's that. And then this goes into cure and our ombre is gonna come back out. And so all we're gonna do is do a second coat of nail or paint job done. All right, so this one's done, or the paint on it's done. So when I was going through all of my little, like, what do I have? Jewels, I have some glitters. When I was going through all of that, I came across this, and this pod already has yellow, orange, and red hearts. It also has some white hearts, but we won't be using those. But I was like, oh my gosh. They knew what I was gonna do. So that's what we're gonna use for this. So I'm going to take top coat, glossy top coat. I am going to paint over our nail. And then I'm going to stick the hearts where I want them to go. Cure it. Boom. All right, and then here is our final red one. Matte, and still have the shine from the gems. I do remember one of my professionals telling me that if you go over your jewels with alcohol, that you can make them shiny. So that's what I did just now. See that? All right, so that one's done. Okay, there's this one. And so for this, we are going to do a glossy top coat, just because it will be so much easier than trying to do a matte one and going in between each, like each little heart. So there we go, just paint right on over that. And then we're gonna do 2 coats of top coat for this one. And I am in love with the set. I'm in love with the nail polish that's, or with the polish that I have on on my fingers now. I'm in love with the hair color, like, and I love it. So there's that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do on the other 2 nails. I'm gonna do the other 2 nails. Not on the video because this has gone on long enough, okay? And I'll probably just switch the pinky and the thumb, so the pinky will become the ombre and the thumb will be the orange. And then I'm gonna have this set on and I'm gonna be plotting and flawless, okay? And nobody can tell me nothing. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it's long-winded. I just really wanted to tell everybody how much I love my hair. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed. I appreciate everyone who likes my videos and who returns to hear me chit-chat. And yeah, I just want everybody to have a safe and lovely day. Thanks for watching.